Hey, Todd here. I've been in the industry for 35 years as a commercial advertising photographer, and I've seen a lot of things go right. I've seen a lot of things go wrong, and learned a lot in those years on all these different shoots I've been on. And for me, there's five essential things, five key things that I think make for a great shoot that I kind of have in place when I'm getting ready to do a shoot. And these things help for the possibility of things going wrong, and things do go wrong. And you just need to be prepared for that. And these five key things, essential things that I do before a shoot really help minimize the problems that you can come up against. And the number one thing, or the first thing anyway, would be pre-production. Pre-production is, again, essential to making a shoot go smoothly. You need to know what your client's looking for, what kind of look and feel they want, what kind of look and feel you want, and how are you going to make that work, and all that kind of stuff, where you want to do it, what the location is. Are you, what part of the country, what part of the world are you shooting this in? What are those restrictions? How easy is it going to be to shoot at that spot? How many multiple spots do you need? All this kind of pre-production, what the budget is, what you can afford to do, what they want to do, but what you can afford to do is key, working in their budget. And all of this gets kind of worked into that pre-production, your first few meetings that you have before you even really get started. Once you've given them an estimate and that's approved and all that budget is all worked through, that's where you're at with that. I kind of lost my train of thought. But anyway, pre-production is key to, it's just super important. And I got a text, no, nothing. Next, the second key thing is the crew. You've got to have a great crew. A producer is great if, again, we go back to budget. If there is budget in there for a producer, I've been doing this so long, I've got people everywhere. I know people, I can make a few phone calls and make things happen. So I produce a lot on my own. But having a producer is a huge help to take stuff off of my shoulders. So they're coordinating the talent times and reaching out to people, sending out emails, stuff I don't have to do. That way, I'm free to be more thinking about the job, although I'm thinking about the crew as well. And you want to make sure your crew is going to be there on time. That's always a stressful thing for me. A lot of times I pick up crew at the location I'm shooting in, wherever that would be, whether it be in, anywhere in the Europe or wherever in the world, Dubai, it doesn't matter. Just getting confidence in the crew that the people are going to show up on time and ready to work with a good attitude and willing to do anything and pitch in. I always look for crew, and I talk to the crew, let them know how I like to work and how I kind of want them to work with me, and so they know how I'm going to do things and what I'm expecting out of them and what they can expect out of me. I'm a very hands-on guy, so I'm not, I'm out there moving lights and carrying cases and everything else. So, sometimes assistants think, oh, well, why is he doing that? Does he think I can't do it? It's not that I don't think they can do it. It's just I'm very hands-on, and I like to be touching everything, I guess, or in control of a lot of things, but letting the assistants know that you're going to probably move a light that they set up that they think is in the right spot. I'm probably going to move it to where I know I want it to be or something. But anyway, a good crew that's going to show up on time, good hair and makeup, and people that are willing to step in and do anything or grab anything, help everybody else out, and and a good producer as well is great. And number 3 key to the great shoot is talent. You've got, when you go to pick talent, you're finding talent, you pick them on their look, and then hopefully you can maybe reach out and talk to them beforehand. At least the day before the shoot would be nice if you can do that, especially if they're flying into the location. Like I was just shooting in Hawaii, and the talent had to fly in, and on this job I didn't get to talk to them at all beforehand, so it would have been nice to do that. But talk with the talent, let them know what the shoot is, what you're thinking you're going to want them to do. If it's any kind of like a sports thing, and when I'm doing something for Nike, you're going to tell them, well, I need you to dive. You're a goalie, or something else, or we're shooting 3-pointers, anything like that. So that would be key to that as well. It's just getting in touch with the talent, let them know, so everybody's in sync on that. And number 4 is the location. You've got to find the right location for what you think you're going to be shooting, and getting that cleared with the client, make sure they're happy with it. Locations are tough to find, and my heater just turned on. I got to turn that off. Okay, back in business. Locations. Location. You've got to find the right location for what the client's thinking. And going back to crew, if you can find a good location scout and really fill in him the details, or her, let them know exactly what you're thinking. And again, a lot of times I like to scout myself if I know what I'm looking for. It's very specific. Sometimes I'll send a scout out, tell them what I want, and I just don't get what I want back. But if you're going to a different location, like in Hawaii, I reach out to location scout there. They know the area really well, tell them what I'm looking for, and hopefully they find exactly what I'm looking for. And then the client likes those as well. And then kind of going back to pre-production is, when you get there, is to scout these locations out again, pick your angles, and get everything kind of locked down as much as possible, so at least you know your starting times and where you're going to go first for the lighting and all that kind of stuff for the location you're at, and if it's multiple locations in that same area, or what have you. So that's kind of number 4 is location. Get it right before you start shooting. And then number 5 is kind of a simple one, but it's be flexible. Be flexible. There's going to be attitudes on set, and for me, I don't really come with an attitude that much. I do know what I'm looking for, what I want to shoot, the look I'm thinking of, but yet the client is the client, and you got to work within what they're cropping and all their specific needs, because there's a definite need, whether it's going to be long horizontal, verticals, whatever. You've got to work with a lot of people, and just be flexible and come with a good attitude as well. I love what I do. I've been doing it a long time, still love what I do, still going to do it for a long time more. But being flexible is key, because like I said earlier, excuse me, things go wrong, and you've got to be able to just go with the flow. In Hawaii, it started raining, which it does a lot in Hawaii, but then, 30 minutes later you get sunshine. So you just have to be flexible and move on to something else, and then go back to whatever else you were working on. Sorry about that. Go back to what you're working on, and just, be ready to change if you need to. A lot of times you think you found going back to location, you think you found the best location, but when you get there and start putting in the product and the people, it just doesn't work. So you've got to just switch and move to something different. So being flexible is probably the biggest key for me to the whole thing. It makes everybody happy if everybody's flexible enough to work with each other and make it all happen, and you come out with great images. I mean, that's what everybody wants, and so just being flexible really helps with that. So now let's take a look at just a few of the images from the last shoot in Hawaii for Keen Footwear, and yeah, so take a look at those. So that was a great shoot. 3 days of shooting, a lot of product, a lot of moving around, a lot of moving parts. And I took a nice spill on the skateboard there, wiped out my arm in the beginning, but that was just transportation from one spot to the next, and I ate it. But lots of fun, and like always, I appreciate you watching. Any questions you have, just reach out and I'll get back to you on that. And until next time, I'm out.